A week of joy, battles in Salem. Days of Our Lives cast updates for June 23rd to 27th. Days of Our Lives goings and comings for the week of June 23rd to 27th, 2025. Salem is buzzing with news. From a joyous wedding that reunites beloved characters to the bittersweet departure of newlyweds, the return of familiar faces, and a custody battle that threatens to tear a family apart. A wedding to remember. Paul and Andrew's big day. The week kicks off with a moment of pure bliss. The wedding of Paul Nerita, played by Christopher Sean, and Andrew Donovan, portrayed by Colton Little. For longtime fans, this union is a beacon of hope, a reminder that love can shine even in Salem's stormiest times. Paul, with his quiet resilience, and Andrew, with his steadfast devotion, have fought hard to reach this day. The ceremony is a spectacle of joy, filled with flowers, music, and the warmth of family and friends. For those of us who've danced at weddings or teared up during vows, this scene will evoke memories of our own cherished celebrations. Adding to the excitement, the guest list includes some of Salem's most beloved faces. Shane Donovan, played by Charles Shaughnessy, brings his commanding presence as Andrew's father. Carrie Brady, portrayed by Christy Clark, returns with her trademark grace, while Eric Brady, played by Greg Vaughn, and Will Horton, brought to life by Chandler Massey, add to the nostalgic charm. Their appearances are more than cameos, they're a gift to viewers who've followed their stories for decades. For those of us who've seen Salem evolve, seeing these characters reunite feels like catching up with old friends at a family reunion. The wedding is a high point, but it's tinged with bittersweet anticipation. Paul and Andrew, now happy newlyweds, are preparing to leave Salem for their honeymoon, ready to ride off into the sunset together. Their farewell is emotional, with hugs and tearful goodbyes to loved ones. The show assures us that Paul and Andrew will always be welcome in Salem, but for now, they're embarking on a new chapter. For viewers over 65, who've said goodbye to loved ones starting new journeys, this moment captures the joy and ache of letting go, knowing that love endures across distances. A family reunion with Thomas DiMera while Paul and Andrew's wedding steals the spotlight. Another heartwarming storyline unfolds with the return of young Thomas DiMera, played by Carrie Christopher. Thomas, a bright and curious child, is back in Salem, bringing a dose of youthful energy to the Devereaux family. He's set to share playful moments with J.J. Devereaux, portrayed by Casey Moss, and his grandparents, Jennifer Horton Devereaux and Jack Devereaux, played by Melissa Reeves and Matthew Ashford. Picture Thomas laughing as he plays games with J.J., perhaps a lively round of hide-and-seek, while Jennifer and Jack watch with proud, tender smiles. For those of us who've spent time with grandchildren or young relatives, these scenes are a delightful reminder of the simple joys of family. The Devereaux household, often touched by drama, finds a moment of peace in Thomas's presence. Jennifer, with her nurturing warmth, and Jack, with his steadfast love, create a safe haven for their grandson, reinforcing the bonds that hold Salem together. Thomas's return is a small but meaningful thread in the week's tapestry, offering a counterpoint to the heavier dramas unfolding elsewhere. A new face for Victoria Kiriakis. One of the most significant cast updates centers on Victoria Kiriakis, the young daughter of Xander Kiriakis and Sarah Horton Kiriakis. Previously played by twins Ilay and Paisley Kerr in 2024, Victoria has been absent from the screen for some time. That changes during the week of June 23rd to 27th, when a new set of twins, Amelia and Kennedy Heilman, takes over the role. The recast debuts in the June 26th episode, bringing a fresh look to the toddler at the heart of a major storyline. Victoria's return is no mere cameo, she's the focal point of a fierce custody battle that threatens to tear her parents apart. For viewers over 65 who've witnessed family disputes or fought for loved ones, this storyline hits close to home. The recast signals that Victoria will play a larger role in the coming episodes, her presence amplifying the emotional stakes. The Heilman twins bring new energy to the character, ensuring that Victoria's story resonates as the custody drama unfolds. A custody battle turns dangerous. At the core of the week's drama is the escalating conflict between Xander Kiriakis, played by Paul Telfer, and Sarah Horton Kiriakis, portrayed by Lindsay Godfrey. Their daughter, Victoria, is caught in a tug-of-war that pits love against fear. Sarah, a devoted mother and skilled doctor, is determined to protect Victoria from Xander, whose past is marked by dangerous choices. She objects to his demand for 50-50 custody, believing his volatile nature poses a threat to their daughter's safety. For Sarah, this isn't just a legal battle, it's a mother's desperate fight to keep her child safe. Xander, however, is equally resolute. In a chilling scene from the weekly promo, he confronts Sarah with a voice thick with emotion and menace. "You're crazy if you think I'm going to let you cut me out of her life." Sarah, undaunted, demands to know what he means. Xander's response is ominous, a veiled threat that sends shivers down the spine. "Let's hope you don't have to find out." For those of us who've faced tense family standoffs, this moment is visceral. We've known the dread of a loved one's anger, the fear of what they might do when pushed too far. Xander's words reveal a man teetering on the edge. Once a villain who's shown glimmers of redemption, he's now in monster mode, ready to wage war for Victoria. His threat proves Sarah's fears right, casting him as the dangerous figure she's trying to protect her daughter from. Yet, the show hints that Xander's story isn't over. While he may sink deeper into darkness this week, a chance for redemption lies ahead, a promise that keeps viewers invested. For now, though, the custody battle is a powder keg, with bad news looming for Sarah and Victoria. The bigger picture, Salem's ever-changing landscape. The cast updates for June 23rd to 27th are more than isolated events. They're part of Salem's ever-evolving narrative. Paul and Andrew's departure, while bittersweet, opens the door for new stories, with the promise of their eventual return. Thomas's playful scenes with the Devereaux family offer a moment of lightness, a reminder that family endures even in turbulent times. Victoria's recast and the custody battle, meanwhile, anchor the week's drama, showcasing the emotional depth that Days of Our Lives is known for. For viewers over 65, these stories resonate on a personal level. We've celebrated weddings, said tearful goodbyes, and watched families navigate conflict. We've seen children grow and change, just as Victoria does with her new portrayal. Salem's dramas may be heightened, but they reflect the universal truths of love, loss, and resilience. The return of characters like Shane, Carrie, Eric, and Will feels like a nod to our loyalty as fans, rewarding us with familiar faces who've shaped the show's legacy. Why this week matters. The week of June 23rd to 27th in Days of Our Lives is a testament to the show's enduring power. It blends joy and sorrow, celebration and conflict in a way that speaks to the heart. For those of us who've followed Salem's residents through decades of triumphs and tragedies, this week is a reminder of why we keep tuning in. The wedding of Paul and Andrew lifts our spirits, while the custody battle between Xander and Sarah breaks our hearts. Thomas's return warms us, and the promise of more appearances from beloved characters keeps us hopeful. As we settle in to watch, we're drawn into a world where every moment matters. Days of Our Lives isn't just entertainment, it's a mirror to our own experiences, a place where we see our joys and struggles reflected. So grab a cozy blanket, pour a cup of tea, and let Salem's stories unfold. This week promises to be a journey of love, danger, and unforgettable change, one that will linger long after the credits roll. Character count 5,263.